walk out to the show and fall at your door. We got that info for you. Touchdown on that plane and buy anything. More than just a podcast for you.
Next question. We've been doing something new called the Best of series. What is the best rivalry in college football?
In my opinion, I'm gonna give two, and I know you probably don't want to because I'm gonna think about history, and then I'm gonna think about most current. Alabama and LSU has been a rivalry probably for about 20 years, but that Miami and that Florida State, that's been going on forever. So that's my answer to that.
Okay, those are some good ones though. Those are really good rivalries. Okay.
Those are good ones. Mine is Alabama Auburn.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
The Iron Bowl, baby.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
On paper, I like the Miami Florida State because it's nasty. Like you can tell,
That
like
one
I
is.
like that gritty, that I'm about to knock you out, like the personal foul. I hate to say it, I like it. It's nasty. It's like that's that old throwback type of football, like we Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, knock your helmet off, dance on top of. I like that. So I would say that. But I also like the Army Navy one because it's like I don't watch them. I don't ever watch them, but because of their style of play. But when they play that game, I like to watch it because it's like a different level of passion, different level of like discipline in that game, and like it's gonna come down to a few possessions in that game usually. And then I like when they show the other kids in the stands. Like it just means a lot to them. So I like seeing all that. But that's what I got on that one.
So I'm gonna do not judge me. Michigan is my school, and I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Michigan, Ohio State is the best rivalry in college football.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
That's a good one. I mean, that's a good one. No doubt. No doubt it's a good one.
I know we haven't been playing well lately, but that's the best. That's
it
the
just
best.
ain't been good lately.
That's my rivalry. I know
That's fine. Don't be so hard on it.
We haven't been playing well lately, but that's the best rivalry in college football. And then the Iron Bowl. See, the Iron Bowl and Miami, Florida State is neck and neck because I think that both of those games are nasty. You could have a sucky Auburn team. Auburn can just have a horrible season, but that one game, they'll get up.
Absolutely. They step up.
So yeah, that's a
good one. They step up to play Alabama. Yeah, absolutely.
But Michigan, Ohio State, that's my favorite rivalry.
That's a good one.
And then the next question. What's the most important position on the football field? I'm gonna let the coaches weigh in first.
Go ahead, Ms. Bryan.
The center.
Why?
I'm gonna say the center because if the center isn't a dog or a bulldog to make sure that the quarterback, because most people say the quarterback because they lead the team. But if the quarterback can't get the ball ain't snapped to the quarterback, ain't nothing happening. I'm gonna say the center. I think it's the center is overrated in their position. I don't know. I'm gonna say center.
Hey, and that's a good answer. I like it. I'm not gonna disagree with you.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Two votes for the center.
I think it's different levels depending on the level. In the NFL, I may say the left tackle or defensive end. So I think it depends on the level. And in the NFL, it may be the quarterback. Because I mean, you ain't winning no Super Bowl without no elite guy, in my opinion, unless you have the best defense on the field, and that's hard to come by. So I would say the quarterback and the left tackle.
Okay, so this is where I'm gonna just throw it all out of the window. I actually on this question I was like, ooh, it's the QB, it's the wide, You know what? The most important position on the field is the one your athlete plays. It, especially if your athlete is trying to get to the next level. Because if your kid cannot master their position, it means nothing. So I was like you. I was like, ooh, okay. So I was a middle linebacker in my previous life. So really, that's my favorite position. But I want to know, literally, for this question, parents, the most important position on the field is the one your son or daughter plays at this moment. That's the one that's going to get them to the next level. If the next level is where you're trying to go, that's the one that's going to get them playing time. So it would behoove you, instead of wishing, because I see a lot of time, well, my son should be this position. Well, he's not. My daughter should be playing this. Well, she's not. Master the skill set where you currently are, and then pray for the opportunity to get to where you want to be. So I know that's, some people gonna be mad, but that's the actual truth. Whatever position your
That's
kid is
good.
playing.
That's really great. That's good stuff.
That's a big picture. You're a big picture thinker. I like it.
Absolutely. That's good. I love that.
Yeah.
Like
Love it.
what's getting you to play time, and what's getting you some coins? That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the position.
Whatever's getting ready to get us to get that scholarship, that position.
Correct.
And this is the last question. Fall sports are coming to a close right now, and winter sports are rolling in. And this is for the parents, especially of multi-sport athletes. Um, give some examples of how you, as players and coaches, would approach a coach to say, hey, my kid is tired, they need a break, can we have a break before our new season so that they don't burn out? How does a parent have that conversation? Like right now, some parents are going from football, they're going to go from football directly to basketball. How do you, how should parents approach the coaches and say, hey, my kid needs a break before they come to the new sport?
That's not an option for us. I got an elite athlete. We go sport to sport. There are no days off when you're an elite athlete. To me, I mean, you get rest when when you're supposed to get the rest. But as a coach, you need your team there. It's not fair to the coaches to be waiting on players to get there to so that they can get their season going, and so that they can figure out what the dynamic of their team is. It's just not fair to the coaches. I just wouldn't do that to a coach. I mean, I understand that parents got to do what's best for their kids. And if your kid needs to rest, then you got to do what you got to do to rest. But don't be mad when they don't get no playing time.
Ooh.
Bingo. That's what I would say. Take all, ask
Take
them,
all the
do
time
whatever
you
you gotta
need.
do. Take all the time you need. But
Take all the time you need.
Don't come
But
emailing
don't
me
be mad
later
when they on the
he's not
bench.
playing. Correct. Like, I mean, in high school, I remember we lost our playoff game on Friday. I was at basketball practice on Monday because I wanted to play. If you want to play and you want to be involved and you're a good player, you go to practice. Now, I think, yeah, I mean, that's really just cut and dry for me personally. I mean, take all the time you need, like you said, but it's going to come back and get you because there are people that were there before you practicing. Now you got people who's playing football with you practicing and you're not there. It doesn't look good. So just understand that that's a slippery slope with a coach asking for time off, because a basketball coach don't care about football. He may support the team, but he's trying to win. He's trying to keep his job.
He's trying to win. He's got to
Football ain't
get
got
his team
nothing to do with
together.
basketball.
I am
What it
laughing.
is.
I'm so laughing because Jordan, you know me, and you know that from football to basketball, I was like, can we have a day? Can we have a week? Can we just have a week to get our mind right? Can I just clean my house for a week?
Ain't no week.
Ain't no days off.
We'll go to practice, but can we not play for just?
I mean, if your football team is good and you make it deep in the playoffs, I mean, you're gonna be wanting to get back out there because they done played 3 or 4 games. Now, I'm not about to sit here and watch these dudes play 3 or 4 games. They playing games now. I gotta go. Like, I can't sit out and watch it. It killed me. We went to the state semifinals, and our basketball team had started playing, and I was happy, of course, to be in the state semifinals. But man, I'm like, man, when this football is over, I'm gonna be back out here. We're playing games. They're playing 2, 3 games a week, missing games. I'm like, it's different missing practice and missing games. It's time to
And
go
then
to
now you
practice.
got and then you as a player, now you got to play catch up.
Right.
You gotta, if you gotta learn the new plays. You gotta get the cohesion of the team on how you're gonna fit into the dynamic of the team. Especially
Right.
if you're a superstar and you're used to being a starter. Well, now you got this other player that's been there big time, and now you done created tension on the team because he's been there, and then you the superstar, you done came in because you done took some days off because you needed to
That's
rest.
exactly
And
how
then
it
now you get
goes.
to come in and you supposed to be taking my spot. Oh man, you better go somewhere with
And
that.
that's when the
Mm-mm.
issues come in with the parents.
And
Right
that's when
there.
the issues come in with the parents. Yeah.
Right there. He's been over there playing football. My son been there for 3 weeks. Well, he's better than your son, and he's gonna play. And your son knows it too. These kids know when these kids are better than each other. They know that. The parents is the issue. The kids are not the issue.
It's always the parents the issue. I ain't gonna lie.
I am laughing because y'all are basically telling me that I used to do my children a disservice when I used to ask for that week.
But they was gonna give it to him because look, they knew they needed him. That's different. Whenever he came back, he was gonna play. It wasn't a situation where he come back and I don't know, man. No, he came back, he was gonna play. But the coaches wanted him there because they knew they needed him. So you was in a bargaining position. That's different.
That's totally different if you're in a bargaining position with your child. If your child is a superstar and he's elite and they need him, you can negotiate that time. But if you're average, no, you need to get your butt to practice. And I need to move on. And as a coach, because I'm a basketball coach as well, so I'm just saying, I just know I need people at practice. Even now with football, we have players, that would miss practice, and we're like, look, we just went over film, and we're preparing for the next game, and you're not here because we don't have a system in place. We've watched the film on what they're doing. Okay, so we got some adjustments that we need to make, and I need you at practice.
What the coaches in the NFL say, I want to talk about the guys who are here. I don't care if he make $20 million. He's not here today, is he? The coach who's on the field. All the other stuff, I can't worry about it. I mean,
Yeah, real talk.
And they,
Mike
and look,
Tomlin always said that about AB.
hey,
Ain't
hey,
here.
George, and you're right.
Okay, so
That's
this is the
exactly
part.
what they say.
This is where the part where I say, parents, don't be like me.
Man up.
I clearly, you're hearing from the coaches, I was operating from a position of privilege that I didn't recognize that I had. So don't be like me. The baby need to go to practice. Football ends on Friday. Monday, the baby
Monday he needs to be at practice.
practice. So yes, don't. It was great that I asked this question.
And not only that, football conditioning and basketball conditioning is two different things.
Mm-hmm.
He's not even in condition.
I'm gonna agree with
I'm
you on
just
it
saying.
because I know what you go through.
Two different conditioning. Football conditioning and basketball conditioning is two different things. So I need him in practice so he can get in basketball shape. Because he's in football shape. Basketball shape and football shape is two different things.
And that, parents, is how we're going
Let me
to.
ask you this. Hey, Ms. James, hold up, James. Man. I'm finna throw a cookie in Ms. Coach Brian's statement here. So you telling me that football and basketball is different? Conditioning.
The conditioning.
Yeah. So what's the difference between you when you condition them on football versus when you condition them on basketball? Aren't your expectations of conditioning is through the roof anyway?
Yes, absolutely. But okay, so when you're playing basketball, you're in the game consecutively.
Right.
You're not taking plays off. You're not coming to the sideline. You're playing both sides of the ball. In basketball, you're playing offense and defense, and you're running up and down the court. We're going 4 plays, right, and then you're coming off the field, and then you're sitting on the sideline for however long. That's not consecutive. That's different.
Yeah. So that's why I brought this question up. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've heard it over so many decades. And I get it. Trust me, I know there's a difference between the two sports. You got 5-on-5. You're running up and down that court. You're jumping up and down. You're playing press defense. I mean, you're doing all kind of stuff, just nonstop. But see, here's the thing that I learned over the last 10 years. It just really depends on the conditioning program that the football got in place. Now, I'm not tooting this school horn, but the high school my kids went to trained like they were on a basketball court. In the weight room, and when it came time to run. We didn't take a lot of breaks. We were consecutive. When we hit that bench and we do bench press and we get the 12 reps or the 10 reps, whatever it was, there was only 2 people on that bench. And when that homie finished his last step, the next man popping back down and we back at it. Same thing when we run 110s. When we run 110s, we get down there, we not waiting on the next group to come down. We waiting on the last man of that group that you ran. And as soon as he hit that goal line, pew, you out of there. And we nonstop. And we don't take no breaks when we run 110s. So that's why I brought that up, because I know there's a difference between football and basketball conditioning, but I also know there's a different process in how people train for that in football and basketball. So I train in a basketball mindset. You're not going to get a lot of breaks.
Yeah, you're not going to get a lot of coaches that train like that.
Yeah, and that's when I find out where my weakest players are from a work ethic and a stamina standpoint. Are they in shape? Some of them don't even be in football shape, let alone basketball shape, because of all them breaks. I hate breaks between sets and sessions. I hate it. I'm not trying to kill a kid, but at the end of the day, man, look, let me tell you something, boy. When somebody put them pads on you and knock your winging out you, man, you ain't really trying to come back in that game. You fall on the basketball court, man, you out for maybe about 2-3 minutes. You back on the court unless something broke.
Right.
I'm just saying. I just brought that up I just wanted to just really just kind of throw that out there and start that conversation. Bring that up. That's all.
But that's a good conversation, though.
Yeah.
So what you're
because parents need to, because that's the information that parents need to know.
Yeah. Yeah. Your body is gonna tell you how far you can go. And then let's just go ahead on and slide the track mode in it. Track. That's a whole different bag of beans now.
Because even if you're going from basketball season to track season, yes, you're running up and down the court, but you still ain't in track. You're still not in track or conditioning.
Nope. Because that's all you do is run.
You're still not ready for track season. You're thinking that, okay, well, we're playing basketball for the last 3 months. Oh, I should be ready for track. Nope.
But your lungs contaminated.
Nope,
I got to clean your lungs out.
Yep, you're not ready for track season. Even though you just got through playing basketball for a whole season. You're not ready for not in conditioning for track. You're not ready.
Track is maximum capacity all the time.
Yes.
You know, basketball, you can pace yourself and you can find your way. Track, you got to be on it right now as fast as you can go all the time.
You don't get no second chance.
Yeah.
Nope. So imagine what kind of coach I am, Coach Brian and Coach Smith.
Oh yeah, I know the type.
Hey, we right there together. That's all right. We right there together.
Hey, listen. And look, I'm doing it to 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. So I tell them, I say, if you think your son have an opportunity to go to high school and play ball and then to college and possibly to the NFL, we're going to start right now today.
Absolutely. You can't wait.
We can't wait. Because I don't need no bad habits. I don't need no bad habits in high school.
Because even with our kids for football, we tell them, don't y'all show up. Okay, y'all in our program, because we just started our program last year. This is just our 2nd year. And we told them, we say, okay, you're in shape now. Don't y'all show back up here next year and you ain't in shape.
No, that's right.
You better not do it. Don't do it. Make sure you show back up here in shape. We don't care about no COVID or nothing like that. There's plenty of stuff that y'all need to be doing that y'all can do in the house. Going up and down the steps or whatever, running around the house, whatever you got to do to stay in shape and get in shape and stay in shape. Once you get in shape, stay in shape. do whatever you got to do to get in it. But the conditioning between the programs, yes, between the seasons, get to
Yeah,
practice as soon as
I
you
got
can.
you. Good discussion. Great.
So
Awesome.
we're gonna end by saying, go to practice. don't take a break. Go directly to practice. If the
Oh,
sport
don't
ends
pass
on
go.
Friday,
Don't
be in
collect
practice on
$200.
Monday. Go to practice. So that's our time. I want to thank everybody for listening. This has been another edition of the Tim4 YouTube show. We will see you all next week.